Hello everyone. So, how are you all? I hope that you all are fine and doing a great day so far, isn't it? That's very nice. Fantastic. So, I am Ruchi, your chemistry tutor. Okay, we will discuss today a very new and interesting topic, that is our acid, base, and salts. Okay, but before proceeding with the topic of acid and base, hope you will definitely enjoy the session because I really want two-way communication in my class. Kind of session must be from your responses also. That is really mean for me. Okay, it's really important for me also. So before proceeding with the topic of acid and base, first of all, it is very important to just know about what we have are platforms. Fine. So in our platform, what we have, there is a mic button, which you need to just always off, means two options are there, on and off. But at the time when you want to ask any question to your ma'am, then definitely you can on it. Otherwise, you just off your mic. Next is your video option. Fine. What is that? Video option means entire video option should be on in a whole session, but whenever it is required, you can just get it off. When you want to drink water, or if you want, when you want to go washroom, anything else, then obviously you can switch it off. Next is we are having chat option. Okay, in the chat option, what we do, you just need to, if you want to ask any question to your ma'am, then you can just write your text there in a chat box. Besides all these like platform, one is also there, that is troubleshoot option. What is that? In the troubleshoot option, whenever the video is like going on and there is some barrier or something problem created in your tablet, then we are having for that a technical team and they will sort you out. So no need to get worried, just enjoy the session and just participate in the whole session. That is more important because I really want all your participation in my class. Okay. Something I want to make interest in my class because like only I will speak and you just listen. That is quite boring. Fine. So I am Ruchi, your chemistry tutor. Just start and welcome you all in today's session. The topic is acid, base, and salt. So let's proceed with our topic. What is acid? Okay. Now, before going in a detailed process, first we get to know that what is acid. Any acid that you saw in your like daily life, any acid that you know what is acid? Obviously, I will tell you that in the kitchen also itself, in our daily life, what mama is using such kind of acids also. We are using such like reactions takes place just because of few acids also. So there are so many acids we have in our daily lives. Fine. But when we are talking, like when we are standing in a chemistry lab and all this thing, our teacher always instruct us. What? Do not touch that acid, this is an acid, do not touch it, it's very risky for the skin and all this thing. Fine. So by this way, definitely you guys have a question in your mind that on one side ma'am is saying that a kind of acid we mama is using in a kitchen, and on the other side ma'am is saying that a kind of acid also there in a chemistry lab. For that ma'am instruct us that do not touch that. So what is that? Isn't it the same question come up in your mind? Yeah. So acids are basically like organic acids we have and inorganic acids we have. Those acids which are at our home in the kitchen mama itself using, that acids I'm talking that are called as organic acids. Fine. But those acids which are just prepared in the laboratories by with the help of such experiments, that acids itself are called as inorganic, means that are man-made. Okay, so organic means natural and inorganic means man-made. Two things being clear to you now? No confusion? Okay, that's good. That's great. Fantastic. Now, what is acid? What is acid? Means all the chemical compounds can be classified on the basis of their chemical reaction. Fine. Chemical on the basis of their chemical properties like acid, base, and salts. What are that? They have been have certain definite properties. Means if it is an acid, then a definite property of acid is there. If it is a base, then obviously a kind of property of the base is there. So most, like if we saying, suppose if let's take the example of acid. So you know that in our stomach, one acid is there. Yes. Do you know? Any one of you can please, if you know, guys, then please write the name of that acid that we have in our stomach, that we have in our stomach. Just write it down in the chat box. Yes, fast. Very nice. Fantastic. Very good. You guys are fantabulous. Really amazing. I really want such kind of responses. Just one thing, no need to get worried that your answer will wrong or right. Nothing. But I want your full participation. Fine. If it is wrong, then no need to worry. I will let it be clear. I will explain you. But just relax and giving your 100% participation in the class. Okay. So I am talking about that what acid we have in our stomach. So obviously that acid is HCl, that is normally acts as an antacids, means when we are having so much acidity in our stomach, so much like fire type feeling in our stomach, then what happened? We used to take some medicines like Diagene and Gillisil, anything like soda, so that downs the effect of the acid, and that is generally acts as a base. And when acid and base reacts with each other, that gives the formation of the salt. So I am talking here about like acid in our stomach. So we have done like acids mama is using in a kitchen, okay, and acids that we are using such kind of acids in our chemistry lab in the schools. And one kind of acid I have told you about the HCl in our, that is present in our stomach. Fine. Now the classification of acid, that is probably we have organic acids and inorganic acid. What is organic acids? Organic acids means that is something natural. Fine. That is getting from plants or animals, that are organic acids. And inorganic acids that are normally artificial or man-made, like HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, all. And they are literally, do not touch such kind of acids directly from your hand. Even I am also instructing you, do not touch it. Okay, that's very good. So now here comes the properties of the acid. What is that? What acid is? Suppose a term comes here, that acid. So what is that? The first question definitely come up in your mind or brain, that ma'am has told all a story about the acid, that acid we have in our kitchen, acid we have in our lab, acid itself also in our body. But what is acid exactly? Yes, so I am telling you about few properties of the acids as well as base. So one thing I will let you make clear, that acid is what? Suppose let's do an experiment, very simple experiment. Take a beaker or take a cup or take a glass of water. Fine. And just put some acids in that. Put some drop of acids in that. Maybe organic, inorganic. Fine. Then what happened? When the H ions releases, when H ions releases, okay, it shows that this is an acid. So this is exactly the presentation of acid, that what exactly acid is. Suppose in front of you, there are three glasses, and in these three glasses, the solution is filled. Fine. One glass, two glass, and three glass. And a liquid is there in all these three glasses. Fine. And ma'am has told you, like, now students, you have to tell me that in which glass the acid is. Then how can you find out that the acid in, like, in first glass, in second glass, or in third glass? How can you find? So this is the basic, like, in Hindi we can say, I usually used to speak in Hindi also. So basic, we can say basic pehchan, you can say then how can you identify that which glass is having acid? So ma'am used to give a drop there in the glass of water itself. When the H ions releases, but you will not like H ions releasing and you can easily show it from your eyes. It's simply an experiment according to the Arrhenius concept. What is an acid? Suppose when in a glass of water or in a solution, simply when we used to dip the like acid or base. So if the solution is an acid, then obviously H ions will release. Okay. When the H ions releases, that means that is an acid. And when hydroxide ions releases OH negative, that means that is a base. Fine. Now, acid is like very strong acid and weak acid. We can say na very like very strong base, very weak base. Yes, Ayushi, Neha, Rahul, isn't it? Ma'am is, are you enjoying the session now? Very good, fantastic. I really want your responses, and whenever I ask question from you guys, definitely a kind of response I want. I don't care that you are like giving right answers or wrong answers. I really don't care. But I want positive participation all from your side. It's my request to you. Okay. So here we are proceeding with our acid. Like acid means H ions releasing. Okay. But when maximum number of the H ions releasing, that is a strong acid. Means a strong acid is that where the maximum number of the H ions release is going on. That is a strong acid. And when less number of the H ions releasing, that is a weak acid. Simple in the case of base. Strong base means maximum releasing of hydroxide and OH ions, as well as in a weak base, less numbers of hydroxide ion release. So this is the basic meaning of acid and base, and basic difference between strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak base. Now fast and quickly show me your thumbs up, every one of you, if you understand this topic, if you understand this concept till now. Very good, very nice, fantastic. A thumbs up for you guys. Very good. Now the features of some acid we have. Like in the acid, what we have when we when we taste the acid, then what happened? It's very sour in taste. It's very like khatta. It's very sour in taste. We can say sour in taste, and acids are like so sour. Fine. Next is acid turns blue litmus red. Fine. Next is acids are very corrosive in nature. Very corrosive in nature. Obviously it is very corrosive in nature. And like if I'm talking about the organic acids, in starting I have told you that mama also using a kind of acids in the kitchen. So that acids we get it from organic acid, that usually produced with the help of plants and animals. Fine. Like citric acid we get it from lemon, like tartaric acid we get it from grapes, as well as from the tamarids like imli we are saying. Like oxalic acid we get it from tomatoes, acetic acid we get from vinegar, lactic acid as well we get it from curd, dahi that mama is using in our kitchen. We get it a lactic acid from there. Fine. Ascorbic acid we get it from oranges. Okay, in summer season I also very loving oranges and all. Formic acid we get it from when bees or like they are having a stung, when bees stung on our skin, then what happened? It releases a kind of formic acid. When bees or ants just touching our skin, and they're stinking to our skin, then what happened? A kind of acid release, and we get a itching in our skin. That is just because of formic acid. Fine. So this is the acids. For the acids we have, we made a kind of indicators. Fine. Now tell me. So these are acids. Similarly, we are having a qualities of base as well. As acid is sour in taste, but base is very bitter in taste, like bitter gourd, Karela. You taste it. Mama normally cook in our kitchen. It's very healthy. I know it's very healthy, but even I don't like bitter gourd. It's very healthy, and my mama also gave it to me just to make my health and to make my immunity power very strong. So that means bitter gourd we have to eat, either we like it or not. Fine. So bases are like having a bitter taste. Fine. And bases turns red litmus to blue. This is the main feature of base. Uh, According to the as per the indicators we have. I will tell you the indicators. I'm coming on the top term indicators here. Definitely the question come up in your exam that ma'am is saying indicator, what is that? So I will make you clear about the term indicators. Wait. So these are the base, and second thing for the base I have given you that releasing of hydroxide ions. Fine. And they are literally very bitter in taste, like bitter gourd. Fine. So let's move on the topic, that is indicators. What is that? What is the indicators? Like, you know that when we are moving in a road, then what happened in the traffic? We get a indication in a traffic that we have to, either we have to turn right or we have to turn left. Where we have to move. So this is just because of the indicators. Simple as here the indicators, simple as here. Indicators means these are the substances which indicates the acidic or basic nature of the solution by the color change or order change. Actually indicators का like जो वो like these are the substances which give like participation in two way. Either they can change the color or they can change the order. Order means smell. Fine. So maximum like change factors are there. We used to like drop the acid drops is there, then suddenly the color change. Order is also there, but change color change is maximum. Let's take an example. Indicators are of four types, like natural indicators, synthetic indicators, olfactory, and universal. Fine. These are types of indicators that we have. So in the natural indicators, what is that? Natural indicators, we are having litmus. This litmus, we get it. Okay. Swati, Sneha, Pratyush, Rahul. Just listen it very carefully. Fine. I'm talking about the natural indicators. Here we have natural indicators like litmus. Litmus, we got it from the lichens. That is a fungus. So when a drop of acid is fall on this indicator, then what happened? Acid color is changed, like it is a red in color. Fine. So if it is an acid, then if we use an indicator of litmus, red color is there. And if the base is there, then the blue color is there of the base, just because of the indicators. Next, like natural indicator, we have like red cabbage leaf extract. This is also a natural indicator. And for the acid, again, the change of color is red. And for the base, the change of color is green. Fine. And let's take a very good example of natural indicators that normally mama used in our kitchen for making vegetables and all. Turmeric. In Hindi, we used to say haldi. This is also one of the best natural indicators. If it is a acid, then it no change is there. But if it is a base, then what happened? Red or brown color is there. So these are the natural indicators. Next, for indicators, we have like synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators means, what is that? Means synthetic means that is something man-made. So synthetic indicators we have like phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Phenolphthalein is itself colorless, but when we are saying that acid, when a drop of phenolphthalein is fall down in a acidic solution, then obviously if it is acidic, then totally colorless, no color solution will be there. But if it is base, then what happened? The color itself is pink. Methyl orange is another synthetic indicator. As the name indicates, the color of methyl orange itself is orange. But if it falls in an acidic solution, it turns instantly into red color. But if the solution is base, it turns instantly into yellow color. Are you guys getting my point? That's fantastic. Just raise your hands. Just show me your thumbs up when you are getting like concept very clearly. Okay, fine. That's fantastic. Very good responses from your side. And the third indicator is olfactory. Olfactory lobe, like we have already read in a biology that olfactory is something related with our nose or smell. So olfactory like we have read na ki dogs have very strong olfactory organs, their smelling sense is very strong. So olfactory means smell. So olfactory indicators are also there, where just because of the smelling we get to know that it is an acid or it is a base. The first olfactory indicator is onion. If it is acidic, then it is a characteristic smells as it is of onion is very pungent smell, but if it is a base then no smell is there. Next is vanilla essence that usually we eat in in cakes, in ice creams, what we have. So if acid is there, then it retains the smell, same very good smell. But if it is a base, then what happened, no smell is coming. Next is clove oil, long ka tel, that is a clove oil we used to insert in our ears also. Fine. So this for the when a paining is there in our ear, if the solution is acidic, then retains the smell, same as clove oil is having. But if it is a base, then it loses its smell. Fine. So these are like synthetic indicators we have. And next is universal indicators. Fine. What is that? Universal indicators. Universal means as we read in a rainbow. Rainbow is coming now after the rain. How many of you like rainbow? Just raise your hand. Rainbow. Yeah, ma'am also loving rainbow, you know it. And look, okay. Now, how many colors we have in rainbows? Just write your answers in a chat box fast. Obviously, we know it. A big clap for you guys. Then definitely, I know that you are the class 10th students and you know it. But I'm again saying that I want a full participation of yours in a class. So definitely 7 colors are there. And we used to sing like Vibgyor. Okay. So Vibgyor means Vibgyor. So just write this Vibgyor in your copy. Just just sitting when you are in class, take a pen also, pen and copy. VIB and G. So starting letter before G and after letter after G. What happened at G? G means green. Green means if it is green, then solution is neutral. Fine. And on the right side, beyond the green, what is there? YOR means yellow, orange, and red. If these colors persist, then acid solution is acidic. And beside that, when violet, indigo, and blue color is there, then it is a base. If green color pe you just make a box that the green color shows that the solution is neutral, no acid, no base. So I hope so that now indicators is being clear to you, all of you. Just show me your thumbs up if it is being clear to you. I really want your responses in the acidic, like in this topic, that you guys at least know that what is acid and what is base. Fine. Now moving to the chemical properties for the acid and base, what we have. Like in acid, I have told you, according to the Arrhenius concept, like releasing of the H ions is there in the acid. Fine. So let's start with like our inorganic acids. That is really very risky. That is not so touchy. You cannot just touch that inorganic acids because they are man-made synthetic and they usually are very strong. If we are saying that acid is concentrated, okay, now tell me, strong acid, weak acid, I have told you. Fine. What is acid? What is base? I have told you. Now the term come here, concentrated and diluted. What is the difference between concentrated and dilute? Yeah, or what is the meaning behind that? Why ma'am is saying that this HCl is concentrated? Suppose two glasses uh, is just kept in front of you and ma'am is saying do not touch it. This is a concentrated HCl and this is a dilute HCl. So the question definitely come in the mind that ma'am is saying concentrated and dilute. What is the exactly meaning of concentrated and dilute? Isn't it? Right. So concentrated means, yes, Ayush, Neha, yes, I'm saying the same thing. Fantastic. So concentrated means when there is like less percentage of water is there. Direct whole pure acid is there and very less percentage of water is there, that is called as concentrated. And when the percentage of oxygen, maximum number of the percentage of water added in the solution, that is a dilute. Fine. That's why when acid is there in your in your toiletries also, like to clean the washroom. Like we are having acids to just clean the washroom, but and then mama said that it is a dilute acid or concentrated acid. If it is a concentrated, then mama usually add some water in that to reduce the strongness. So that's why this is the difference. I hope so that now the concentrated and diluted point is being clear to you. Just just show me your thumbs up it is if it is clear to you. Still, if you are having doubt, then no need to worry. Just come to me. I will definitely make sure to clear your doubts. But full participation I want. Fine. So concentrated means a pure acid, that is a concentrated. And when the amount of water is added in that, that is a diluted. Fine. So this is concentrated and diluted acid. Let's have the chemical properties of the acid. When acid reacts with metal, then what happened? In any acid, let's take when acids give H hydrogen gas along with respective salts when they react with the metal. What happened? When metal or acids, any metal you can take, we are having number of the metals in the periodic table. So you can take like just any acid, just we take zinc, Zn. Okay. When zinc is reacted with HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, HCl, then what happened? Zinc chloride produced, ZnCl2, with H2 gas, means evolution or of H2 gas is there. Then what is the reason behind that? That do not add some, like copper is like less reactive, zinc is more reactive. Then like we have read in the periodic table, like in the reactivity series, like gold, silver, they are very less reactive. This is the main reason. Suppose I am having gold earrings in my ear, this is a gold earring. So do you ever think that or mama also wearing so many gold ornaments, fine. So do you ever think that we are using this gold ornaments and we used to wear it daily, but there is no such reaction in the gold, the same color of gold like shine is coming from the gold? What is the reason behind it? Any answer? Obviously the answer, yeah, fantastic answer, Rahul, that's very great. I really appreciate your response. Obviously, students, I have told you this all depends on the reactivity series. As I have told you that sodium and potassium, they are the best on the basis of reactivity. Means whenever they saw water and oxygen, they used to catch fire anytime. That's why this is the reason normally it kept under wrapping of kerosene oil, because they are very much reactive. And when we are talking about like gold, copper, platinum, they are very least reactive. It doesn't mean for them that oxygen is there, water is there. No reactivity, very least reactive. The question is that like when we adding some water in like copper vessel or in any zinc vessel, when we adding a kind of solution, then what happened, what is the reason behind that? Yes, when we used to add some solution like suppose milk is there. So when I used to take milk in like zinc glass or zinc vessel or like copper vessel, so what is the reason, that is there something depend on the reactivity or anything else? What happened? Or we can say that at the night when food is kept in a zinc vessel or like in a copper vessel, so how can, what is the reason? Like if we say that zinc is more reactive than copper, so copper is very less reactive, and due to the less reactivity series of copper, what happened? H2 gas, it evolves but very small amount, whereas zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, whereas copper is very less reactive than hydrogen. So due to the less reactivity of copper with dilute HCl, then what happened? No reaction takes place. So this is the basic reason that the left food, whenever we left food used to kept in the vessel that is having acid, the basic reason is that the reactivity. Fine. And zinc is more reactive. So as it goes on the reaction, H2 gas releases, whereas copper is very less reactive, and it obviously it is less reactive than hydrogen. So no reaction takes place, and when the food is kept in that, and then it makes poisonous also. So it is like unhealthy for us. Fine. So next is, as hydrogen gas and sodium sulfates are formed with sulfuric acid with sodium metal, then what happens if suppose sodium Na, when it reacts with sulfuric acid, then what happened? Sodium sulfate, we get it. Sodium sulfate. Now tell me very fast, then what is the formula of sodium sulfate? We have got in our chat box. Just write it down fast. The formula of sodium sulfate. Ma'am is asking the formula of sodium sulfate. I will definitely make you a wonderful clap for you guys when I got a correct answer. Or yes, I hope so that you guys are giving very good and correct answers. Yes, 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 fast. Very nice. Fantastic. A fabulous job you guys are doing. Yes, fantastic. I really appreciate you. All the answer is very correct. That is Na2SO4. That is a sodium sulfate. Fine. And the releasing of H2 gas. Now, when acids are react with metal carbonates, what are metal carbonates? When acid gives normally carbon dioxide gas and respective salts along with the water, when they react with metal carbonates, means these things get released when acids reacted with metal carbonates. What are metal carbonates basically? What are metal carbonates? That is Na2CO3, that is sodium carbonate. Na2CO3. When Na2CO3 it react with hydrochloric acid. Now just give the formula of hydrochloric acid in the chat box fast. Let me see that how many of you doing session. Hmm. Yes, I mean so that you all are very willing and very showing interest in the class. That's fantastic. Very nice. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you so much. So sodium carbonate, when it reacts with HCl, then what happens? Sodium chloride we release, NaCl, plus carbon dioxide and water. We released carbon dioxide and water. So do you know that when the carbon dioxide gas is released, carbon dioxide, we know now carbon dioxide everywhere, like in photosynthesis also, like in our respiration also, carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere. So do you know that what kind of smell is coming from carbon dioxide when it releases? It is something with like brisk effervescence coming out when carbon dioxide releases. Means when the reaction takes place and this brisk effervescence kinds like coming out from the reaction, that is a means carbon dioxide is coming from the reaction. Fine. So what is the test of carbon dioxide? I will tell you. Just suppose when carbon dioxide passes through a lime water. Now, what is lime water? We get to know all the things about the formulas. We know the formulas just by this way. And literally one thing I must say, that do not just cram the formulas. If you guys doing a cramming in the formula, then definitely you guys get confused. Just learn it in a very interesting and when you are working, when you are talking with your, when you are having a chit chat with your mom in a kitchen. Mama, do you know that the formula of lime water is this? So by this way, by creating an activity, by like playing with your younger brother and sister, you can just doing a kind of practice, then definitely these formulas and all this thing definitely will you will learn it. But whenever you just take a copy in front of you and just doing 2 or 3 hours that lime water is this, sodium chloride is this, sulfuric acid is this, then totally waste your time. This is a simple suggestion from my side. It's depend on you, but definitely if you like follow my suggestion, it will works. Yes, I am sharing, at least I am sharing my ideas, what I have doing when I was in a childhood in your age. The same thing I will do. I had done with the same things, and it really means a lot for me. So here, when carbon dioxide passes, with the lime water. Lime water is calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice, and it turns milky. Suddenly it turns milky, and due to the formation of white precipitate, that is a calcium carbonate, CaCO3. And when this lime water, calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice, when again excess of carbon dioxide passes through this lime water, then what happened? Calcium carbonate is formed, that is CaCO3, calcium carbonate. And when this calcium carbonate again reacts with water and excess of carbon dioxide, then what happened? The white precipitate form, and this white precipitate is called as calcium bicarbonate or calcium hydrogen carbonate. What is the formula of calcium bicarbonate? I just make sure that you have to learn all these formula in your tips. Fine. Means you have to cram it out in your tips. What is calcium carbonate? What is like lime water? What is calcium bicarbonate? So here the formula of calcium bicarbonate is Ca under bracket HCO3 whole twice. That is the calcium carbonate, and it is quite soluble in water. No such kind of precipitates of this calcium carbonate. We get it after the reaction. Fine. So this is the reaction of metal with metal carbonates. Fine. So these sulfuric acids gives calcium sulfate and carbon dioxide like calcium carbonate CaCO3 plus H2SO4, that will gives calcium sulfate CaSO4 plus carbon dioxide and again water. Then reaction of acids with metal oxide. What happened? Reaction of acids with metal oxide. When metal oxide somewhere react with acid, then what happened? Salt plus water comes out, and this reaction is called as neutralization reaction. We have read na neutralization reaction. So metal oxide plus acid, when it reacts, it will give salts and water. That is a neutralization reaction. So this is all about sorry, this is all about acid. Now we comes to the base. I have told you the taste of base is totally bitter. Fine. Okay, Ayush, Kirti, Pratyush, Neha, are you getting my point? That's very nice. And base is literally soapy in nature, and they turns red litmus to blue. So we have done with the like features of acids and base we have. And if we are doing like chemical reactions of acid and base, like base just releasing a hydroxide ions, Arrhenius concept, according to that, more and more OH ions when released, that is a strong base, like sodium hydroxide. And when less ions releases, that is a weak base. So reaction of metal with base, when metal reacts with base we can take sodium hydroxide, metal we can take zinc. What happened when zinc react with sodium hydroxide? It will gives salt plus H2 gas, as H2 gas releases in acid also. So here what salt is coming out? That is sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2. Okay, this is sodium zincate. When this reaction with like taking place with non-metallic acids, like when base plus non-metallic oxides react together, non-metallic oxide means little quite acidic, then what happened? Salt forms. Fine. The salts and water releasing out from this reaction. So you have to crumb it out with the like strong, like we can say that when strong acid, now listen it very carefully, it's very interesting and it's very important also. When a strong acid reacts with weak base, when a strong acid reacts with weak base, what happened? Up, you just take the strong thing from the strong acid, weak base, salt. Acid and base when combined, salt will form. So strong acid is there, so obviously salt is acidic. If weak base and if weak acid and weak base is there, salt formation is there. But which type of salt? Acidic or basic? Obviously basic. Fine, because basic is more here in the reactant. If suppose strong acid and strong base, if both are strong, then what happened? Neutral salt will come out. And what is the neutral salt? Give me the formula of neutral salt. Normally we are using in the kitchen, mama using in a kitchen in making vegetables and all in cooking purpose. Sodium chloride, that we have sodium chloride, NaCl. So means when acid and base reacts with each other, it will gives salt and water. Fine, it will give salt and water, and this reaction is called as neutralization reaction. Fine. Here what we have, when brine solution, just keep this thing in your mind. What is the brine solution? Brine solution means when sodium chloride stir in water. Simple. And when sodium chloride, when stirred in water, that is a brine solution, means sodium chloride brine solution, when reacted with carbon dioxide, water plus ammonia, then what the product we get? That is ammonium chloride, NH4Cl plus baking soda, NaHCO3. And this is literally helpful for our nervous system. Fine. So this is the baking soda. And here we have read about like electrolytes. Electrolytes are normally a good conductor of electricity we have. Okay. Electrolytes we have read na. These are very good conductor of electricity. Why? Because the ions are moving, and on the moving position of the ions, it that thing, like in molten state or in aqueous state, when the ions are free and they are moving, definitely they conduct electricity, a very good conductor of electricity. Like we have read in a graphite structure also, good conductor of electricity na. So this thing we have. Fine. So this is like good electrolytes are there, bad electrolytes are there. Good electrolytes means maximum releasing of H ions. Okay, that is a good electrolyte, strong acidic solution mein. And bad like weak electrolytes, less releasing of this. So we can say that acids and base concepts we have, according to the Arrhenius concept we have done, like acid and base, their physical properties we have done. We have done like indicators also, like which how many kinds of indicators we have. So I hope that you guys are today's just enjoying the session. And quickly just to tell you one more thing, one basic thing, and for their detail I will take my class for the salts in detail. I will take another session. Like very simple, what is the formula of baking soda? That is NaHCO3. Fine. And what is the formula of baking powder? That is Na2CO3. Means I want, when I will take my next session for all this baking soda, baking powder, bleaching powder, caustic soda, just today go through with the formula of all this thing, because these formula are very, very, very important and definitely will come in your exams. What is the formula of baking soda? What is the formula of bleaching powder, caustic soda, washing soda, gypsum? All these things are very important. So just summarize with the today's session. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and just come up. I will with next new topic. Okay. So for then, just take care. Bye bye. I hope that you enjoyed today's session. Thank you so much. Bye bye, students.